Welcome, my single solitary viewer. It's another UHC on the UHC Clubhouse, or the Phantom, specifically the 1.12 server. This is the Phantom, and it's a love at first sight custom monuments game. It's hosted by Undauntable, or Not Brad, and yeah, and in about 2.5 hours, there's another special event I might stream. With the, oh, there you go. Good luck, everyone. Which is a custom map in Minecraft with the patrons. Hello, B, and hello, Fearline. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Here to cheer me on in the early goings of this game. Now, this one has custom monuments and so on, and love at first sight. So I'm thinking it should be possible to find a teammate early. There you go, as I try and make myself some tools. I'm gonna quickly make tools, then head, start exploring. Okay, I guess maybe not. Still, I'm gonna do it. Kill me some of these beautiful bovines. Hey, Red Panda, welcome back to the stream. It's great to see your face, or your little Red Panda face on the chat. Glad you came back, and hope school has been going well. I know that I mean, it's going to be the exams are starting soon, right? As summer rushes in. Alright, let's try and figure out where... I think you'd put a monument at 500, minus 500. I think that's a likely place for a monument. So I'm going to try to go there. Get the reeds at the same time. Oh yeah. Making sure we've got enough reeds to craft a couple books. In 1.12, it becomes important to have a few more books if you can, so you can make a sharpness axe, which wasn't the case necessarily. 1.8, all you needed was the one book, and then you could just easily get your enchants off of that. So we have a crafting table here, signs that there's been someone nearby, but where are they? Where are they? Are they getting stuff down here? Ouch. No. That's not what they're doing. Just looking for the custom monuments. Or hoping for custom monuments. Oh, I see that Not Brad forgot to do the, one of the, advancements. Yeah. And Scoopalino decided to fall from a high place. Is that really what happened? Yes, there you go. Game rule announcements has been updated to false. Oh, I went way too far. I'm thinking it would be at 500, and I went too far. And this is just me assuming that a monument would be at 500, but it just feels like, you know, the kind of place where you would put a monument. It's half the time I put a monument there. Hey, Evo Ray, bonsoir. Ça va bien? Glad you could join us on the stream. Yes, I'm streaming early today. That is indeed the case. Every once in a while, this can happen. It's not, I won't say it's common, but it can happen. Okay, I'm gonna have to give up on finding these custom monuments. And have to get down to getting some tools and stuff, because I'm just running around on the surface, not finding anything. Well, I mean, there's still the chance I could find a teammate. I guess. But I'm not finding any custom monuments, that's for sure. Alright, let's set up shop around here and get the stone tools at least. Okay, we got a stone pick. I should, there's even a chance I stream a little bit later on, again. Like, I'd take a pause between this stream and the next one, but there might be another stream after this one. Potentially, with a custom map. This will depend, because I'll be playing with some patrons, and maybe they might request some privacy and might not want to be streamed, which I would respect. So there's a chance you might not see it, but there's a chance you could. Okay, let's get to chopping trees and cooking. Cooking and chopping. I heard the cows, so those are my besties. And I think over here is kind of a visible spot, I guess, from which I can start smelting. Let's go. Let's go to town on these trees so you can start caving with at least one apple. I hear the cow, but I do not see the cow. Oh, there it is. There you go. Because I want me some steak. It is not a me steak, I want some steak. Okay, there's what, 16 or 17 custom monuments and I didn't see a single one. What the heck, man? Ah! I didn't have a shield yet. You barely heard it, but it was behind me, and yeah, there you go. There you go, that's that.
Unfortunate.
What do you mean it's
kind of
unfortunate?
fun to watch.
Was it? Was it now? Is that what you think?
I mean, it wasn't fortunate. Nobody else is finding teammates. So funny.
I found someone's crafting table. So oh, I see. Well, I see someone getting a custom monument right now, which is Sam, and it's filled with creepers.
I see. Ultimate Zero is getting one.
Mm-hmm.
It's got my head in it.
And I will say he's going to be disappointed by the loot compared to the effort it requires to get rid of those creepers.
Wait, who is it? Who is it?
Sam Numbers is that one.
Oh. Oh yeah. Oh no, there's one up top too. She's a lot better.
Oh, I don't know if they'll see this one though.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That is indeed a lot better. That actually might be overpowered even. Maybe. Like we were talking, like Brodator tends to put some OP loot in his custom monument games, and we were like thinking, well, maybe you got to put some worthwhile loot depending on how difficult it is to get. You know, you have to make a something that's like relative to the risk you're taking exploring that monument has to be worthy of the time you spend getting there. Okay. Yep. I don't know what Brad, you need to come back. You need to come back. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do the chosen team then. So Brad has decided to shirk his responsibilities as the game host and leave us, and so I had to create a team. I don't know if that's the actual. I don't think I used the same team commands as he did to create that team. So yeah. Oh, here's a fun monument apparently. That is a disaster zone at this point. He's being... Okay, Brad, for crying out loud. Alright. I mean, I don't really have a choice. So here we have a new team. Well, yes, there is a chance of death in the later event B, but there's always a chance of death. I mean, as you notice, I tend to die a lot as well, you know. It's not UHC, so I don't think we'll run it as a UHC, or it's not going to be a one life thing. I don't think. Though we could run it as such, and where we play until we die, and then we keep going. We can decide these things as we play. Yeah, there's a lot of monuments, and apparently I went too far. For these monuments, you have to go all around 0-0. You need a diamond pickaxe to enter, he says, and yes, that is accurate. And it's quite a terrible place. Quite a terrible place. What is the loot in here? It's certainly somewhat interesting loot. Is it worth the risk? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see where everyone's at. Ilum is cutting some trees. Wilson is looking around for a teammate. He's pretty much at 0-0. But he appears to be pretty much the only one at 0-0. Like if we do /near, there's only Wilson right here. He's the only one. Sometimes, especially in Love at First Sight, I too tend to think, you know what, gotta go to a 0-0, because everyone's going to be going to 0-0 to find teammates and so on. And in this case, apparently that's actually not the case at all. Everyone left. Or they've already found each other and made teams and then left. But a lot of custom monuments have been raided. Spongy with the classic dig a hole method of Wilson with the classic method of killing them spiders with digging a hole. It's recommended to make sure there are no creepers before you do that. But I think Cheetah is in a very interesting cave system as a whole. If he does get into this ravine, he'll end up finding this mine shaft. So that's really OP stuff for him. Really OP stuff. Spongy still on the surface. We saw him just moments before. I was gonna say he's heading to 0-0, but I think he's looking around either for monuments or to teammates, hoping for some unlooted stuff. Potsy has begun caving. He's not very far into his caving endeavors. Neither is Andy, by the way. But he's he's cooking his starter stuff. Still back with Potsy. We know there's nothing to see here. Cheetah, yeah, with his cave. Notice he went away from the spot that was interesting as fast as he could to end up with this dead end of a section of the cave. But hey, you can't. Oh, and Talon just died. Which means BBR will remain a solo for the rest of the game. The big blue robot will be all on his own. All on his lonesome. Ooh, yeah. Here's Ilum and Sam. The unlikely duo. Wilson Kong still running around looking for signs of life or in the area of 00. This is Tern. He's actually he was here before. That's when we last saw him. And things have not changed. He's not being joined by more people. Not at the moment. I think he got to 00 a little too late. And when the night falls, the players decide, I'm going to stop looking for teammates. I'm going to start looking for caves. Wow, okay. Potsy sure has found something interesting. There's one free apple in there, and that's it. But still, one free apple is good. Provided he doesn't get shot by this skelly. Skelly's gonna try his best. Apparently the skeleton thinks the furnaces are doors. Because the skeleton thought like he could pathfind his way through this through these furnaces. So I think the furnaces confused him. This is worth noting in future. The skeletons think they can walk through furnaces, it looks like. Indeed. Oh. Oh boy. People are not going to be happy about this. I think we have our probable winners right here. They are certainly the overdogs in this situation. Not underdogs, the overdogs. But they're not caving in a place that's going to yield some immediate high rewards. But yeah, I guess staking a claim in a big monument. I'm not sure if there's anything in the monument. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. I don't know. Oh, yes, there is a chest right here. Okay, but that's been looted by now. All right. All the monuments are taken. Thermal also going down. He's going to be finding a cave reasonably certain. Is this the world's greatest cave? Probably not, but he's at least going to get some gold. At the very least. Not sure about the diamonds. Sam has begun caving. His teammate is over there. Ultimate Zero has found the spawner. Is it worth investigating? Well, he's gonna get string, which is definitely something he needs. Everyone needs string. Everyone needs string. And Andy's gonna be finding crap. But eventually, they'll roller coaster somewhere. Eventually. Is it, I'm not sure if it's all the rage. Wilson has got a nice, by the looks of it, nice cave for himself. There's at least some gold. It's a fairly large cave system. I think he's gonna get the diamonds in here. Yep, he's got a good chance of finding diamonds. He's still a solo at this point. He is still a solo. But he might find some. He might be a solo within chance. Let's put it that way. It's, which is a player with benefits. Spongy grinding the gravel, as you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Whoops. Thermal getting the gold. He's still in this cave system. Wilson getting the lapis in preparation of getting the diamonds and so on. I don't know how long it'll take him to get to the spot where the diamonds be plentiful. There you have it. Andy boy digging around the lava pools, hoping for a cave, not finding such. And yeah, there isn't really any caves to speak of in that direction. Eventually they'll get to a mine shaft if he keeps going that way. If he's stubborn enough, he'll get there. But who's that over there? That's someone who's pretty close. Oh, that's still limit 0. Still fighting these spiders. Oh yeah, I should probably do this. I should probably turn on. Oop. Should probably have turned this on a little earlier. Yeah. It's not something I think about when I'm actually thinking of playing, and instead I suck so bad that I die. Yeah, I'm not used to the creeper while I'm mining apples before I even have a shield to defend myself with. There's really nothing you can do in that situation. That's just terrible luck. There's literally nothing you can do in the situation I was in. In this game, you just have to accept your fate, that the UHC gods were not with you on that day. That's basically all you can do. And I'd like to see Ilum tackle this this pool of creepers. No, that's BBR, what am I saying? And wisely, he actually goes elsewhere. Deals with the zombie with the lava bucket, which I guess is the safest way of doing it, but it's also, he doesn't get the experience. And he was hearing the water, found this little pocket here, this pocket of nothing. But still, every time you hear the sounds, you have to go. I'm pretty good, TMF. French player far. I'm pretty good. I decided to die early for the benefit of the stream. And Thermal has found the diamonds. Indeed. It's found the diamonds, but has he found the true cave, the one true cave? Yeah, he's gonna get enchants rather quickly and easily. He's one of the solos at the moment. He's got the lapis right there. He's got everything he needs to get enchanted at this point, except maybe unless he decides to not have a book. So these two are on the prowl. They're clearly in a large cave system, and I think ultimately the kind of cave system that will lead to enchants at some point. if they hear the ravine, because I noticed the ravine is not technically connected. Yeah, it's not technically... Oh, well, it is up here. But, I mean, you... I don't know if they're likely to explore that part. They might actually miss it. No, they're going to run out of stuff to explore, and they'll end up there, I think. They'll end up at the ravine sooner or later. Well, they'll find the diamonds. I think so. I think so. I think it's a matter of time. Wilson has not found the diamonds, apparently, yet. I know there are some diamonds in this little cave system, but I don't, oh yeah, there go. There they are. I didn't remember exactly where, but it's just a matter of time until Wilson finds some diamonds. I don't know if it's going to be enough to enchant, though. Immediately, right off the bat, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Cheetah's caving about. He hasn't gotten the gold on the top of this ravine. I don't, maybe it's just because it's too risky. It's not worth taking the potential damage. Could be. That could be the reason. But there's a gold right here, boink, that you can only see with highlighted ores. Spoders is staircasing. Staircasing his little heart away with his teammate. The roller coaster is happening. It's a thing. It's what you gotta do if you want to find new caves. When your cave is done and you want to find a new one, it's an alternative to going all the way up to the surface. Spongy and Andy splitting up to explore the cave faster. And Andy is going to find the diamonds right here. Unless the creeper blows it up. But by the looks of it, he'll be fine. But that's a vein of 2, so I think that's gonna leave him wanting a little bit. He's not gonna be satisfied with just 2, obviously. I think he's not gonna be satisfied with only 2 diamonds. Potsy suffocates himself while digging the staircase. The gravel damage happens. It's a lesson I personally never ever learn. And yeah, for whatever reason, that's one of the lessons. As you staircase and walk straight into falling gravel, it's a lesson I never learn, and I really should have by now. And yet, I just refuse to learn. Ultimate Zero is getting his enchants. We had predicted this, I do believe. Got some stuff from the spiders as well. It's not the godliest cave system. Shit, I don't know. Game announcements. And Potsy is burning. Cheetah is falling, but Potsy, we better TP to Potsy quickly. Oops. Before he dies. And he died. I think he... How did... And Mess just got poisoned. Oh. I'm not sure what poisoned him. Maybe it was one of the monuments. Did he try this one? No, that's not it. Yeah, a witch apparently. A witch. I don't see a witch. Well, I guess the witch is dead now. Hey C3PO. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's Gaming Mess. He got poisoned, but he healed a couple times. And now looking for a teammate is what's happening. His first cave done ended, and he's on the prowl looking for love. Hot singles in his area is what he's looking for, and I don't know how many they are, because clearly there aren't all that many. Ultimate Zero, who's enchanted, still caving. He is one of the hot available singles, but he's not in the area. But he'll be looking for some people too. But first, he's got to deal with these. He's got to deal with these creepers. Cheetah, amazingly, is already up to 64 gold. Let me see if that's actually true, or someone forgot to reset spec info. And no, that looks about true. That looks about accurate. And Cheetah finding some diamonds. One of the other hot available singles. But here I noticed that Ultimate Zero is close to Andy Boy and Spongy, who have found their way to the mineshaft at this point. So I'm not sure if they're going to spot him. I don't think they have a really good chance of actually spotting him. Like, you can't see the name. Like, I can see the highlighted players, but you have to be much closer than that to actually see the name tag. Hey, Maple Syrup! Welcome to the stream. I'm so sorry I couldn't chat with you in the other stream chat. I was watching too many streams at the same time to actually like talk in the chat. So unfortunately, yeah, I missed your messages in Lily's stream chat. There you go. It's Andy Boy. I still don't think he's gonna see Ultimate Zero over there. But this green team over here are probably the favorites to win, provided no disasters strike their team. They're possibly two of the most skilled players teaming up together. So yeah, a win is kind of expected for them. Anything other than them winning will actually be a surprise ending, I think. It will be considered a surprise twist to the conclusion of the game. And so I think a lot of people will be rooting for something unexpected, aka any other people winning, except Andy Boy and Spongy. Let's see, thermals on the surface. Thermal is one of, you know, he's looking for love, like it's Valentine's Day. He's not picking up the, yeah, there you go. His inventory was full, so he wasn't picking up, he wasn't picking up the reeds. But he's looking for love, and I think he might find it. I think he might find love. Because Gaming Mess is right over here. And I think they have good odds of seeing each other. Oh no, I think they're actually just walking past each other. Walking past each other. Yeah, and they're not going to see each other. It's going to be a full miss. Full miss. There you go. Yeah. Missed connection. Entirely missed connection. Thermal and Mess running past each other. What the heck is this monument? Did someone... No, that's unlooted. Oh. Well, well, well. Who'd have thunk there was still unlooted monuments? BBR returns, and like everyone's ignoring that monument because it looks too much like a tree. Technically speaking, it is a tree. So Thermal and Gaming Mess missed connection here, running past each other. They were about 100 blocks away. They had decent odds of seeing each other at one point. Or at least Thermal had a good chance of seeing a name in the distance. But now they've missed it. You might be there twice, B, but that's how important you are, you know? It very well could be that you're there twice. Andy boy is still caving. Trying to deal with the skelly who's being who's roughhousing him. No, I'm not scared for him. But yeah, Gaming Mess is back of the village, one of the villages. This is not the 0-0 village actually, but yeah, missed connection. Oops, I misspelled the command. But BBR is close now. That's interesting. Is he close and caving, or is he close? Yeah, he's close and... No, that can't be BBR. That's Wilson Kong. And BBR is over there. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic in this area, but BBR is not going to be coming up. What can happen is that some people might recognize the hat layers and act accordingly. But some players wisely have really well-disguised hat layers, and you can never tell if you're in their chunk or not. And Spongy and well, yeah, Spongy's trying to deal with some PvE and getting a little bit of a... having to chew more than he was willing to bite all at once. That didn't really make a whole lot of sense as a sentence, but, you know, work with me, work with me. Still looking for the next connections. Thermal is getting himself withered in this monument. I think it might have been a mistake to try and get it. Did he actually get the stuff? Not even. He didn't even get the stuff. I don't think. I think he just gave up. Or just was not interested. I mean, why not take... Oh, or had to flee, I guess. And now here he digs down. Because he's going to be wanting some healing, I think. Oh, but he has to run away. Because I think Spoders saw him. Spoders, of course, is a solo. But he can't team anymore. Just like BBR. Because his teammate done died. And... And I thought for a moment that Spoders had seen Thermal. And I don't know if he did or not. But he too has a diamond pick. He's going to notice that he was not the first. But let's see, because he must not assume that it's been looted, because there's still stuff in there. Some of the best stuff is gone. Is he going to assume that it's all looted? That everything is gone? Or will he verify? That's the question. Will he double check? Because you see the signs of another player coming through, you assume that it's all been looted. But in this case, it would make an ass out of you and me. In this case, you cannot assume. You cannot. You simply cannot assume. Well, I'm not sure what Spoders' strategy is right now. But, you know, he's going to have to move at some point. Not moving. Oh, and this is the best spot to go AFK. All right. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Go AFK. You go on right ahead. And there's someone else right here. It's Gaming Mess still wandering around. Is Spoder's shifting? Okay, well he's back. But Mess could attack him. Or avoid him. I think he would prefer avoiding him because his health is low. Obviously. Let's see the progress he's made. By the looks of, oh look, the axe is right here. I mean, it's just a knockback axe. It's a knockback gold axe. It's not the best weapon in the world, but there's still a strength potion. But yeah, he has assumed that it's been looted and that it's all bad. Will he see Gaming Mess and attack? He has seen the witch and run away. I think that's a good plan. And Gaming Mess has actually, oh, he just died right over there. In front of our disbelieving eyes. He fell in there? Is that what happened? What did he... How did he do this? He was right there. He was right there. I didn't think he was in such grave danger. Anyway. GG, my friend. GG. Time to randomly visit someone. Thermal, who took a lot of damage. Oh, what he's missing right here. Digging. If he dug through the gravel, he'd find something he would much enjoy. But he opted not to. And he won't have the mineshaft, at least not yet. Though the rest of this cave is actually not bad at all. In terms of, if he's looking for healing, he's going to find something here as well. You can already tell that apples might be the more pressing matter. But yeah, he just took a quick look, and there was a whole world of discovery and magic right over here. Including... Whoops. I'm inside the chest. This is well played. Including this looting 3 book, which is, I guess, I don't see why you need a looting book in the UHC, but there you go. Why not have a looting sword? Or, yeah, you can only have a looting sword. You can't put it on an axe. So it has to be on a sword. It has to. Sam and Ilum are tackling this dungeon. Someone went for the chest too soon and paid the price. But they've got a good cave system that should provide them with some stuff. Hasn't provided them with enchantments quite yet. Only 1 or 2. Well, it's not. I think the problem is the missing lapis, because they've got 1 enchanted sword, enchanted boots, but otherwise almost nothing enchanted. So I'm not. Are they having trouble finding lapis? Which sometimes, every once in a while, you get those. You play that game where you find everything except the lapis, which kind of is surprising because lapis is technically usually not very difficult to find. See, there's some lapis right there. But every once in a while, you just have that kind of luck, where you don't have any troubles finding diamonds and golds, and you have no troubles finding the books. But the lapis, it's just too elusive. Spongy and Andy are getting ready to tackle an early fight. Will they? I think they're likely to spot Ultimate Zero right here. They're too close. They're too close. These guys are close. Like, they're fully set up. What? How is this? Like 100 blocks away from each other? Yep, that's 100 blocks. Just a little bit over 100 blocks. And they're both set up there, you know, to stay. Because they're getting apples, they're smelting their goods, all this stuff. They're going to be, both teams are going to be staying here for a little while. And Ultimate Zero is at only 4 hearts, desperate for that healing. If Andy and Spongy actually saw him right now, he'd be... He's dead. If they see him, he's dead. Because there's no way you can fight a team of 2 who is on generally good health, while you're at less than half health. It just wouldn't happen. But they're busy enchanting and smelting. And trying to get maybe a few apples of their own, by the looks of it. So that's Ultimate Zero's chance. Maybe he can be ready first. But there's some tension in the air right here. And they don't know it, of course. Nobody knows. If Ultimate Zero knew that the big team, the big evil green team is right next to him. Can we see the names wandering around over there? They're just out of range to see the names. Can you see them run around from time to time? Yeah, you can see him pop just his head right over there. So they are within visible range. It's just so difficult to see. It's so tiny all the way over there. It might be a moving flower. But you can see them. And Zero is just well, he's finished smelting, but he needs that apple, and I would really encourage him. If I could send the vibes, said, move in a different direction, Zero. Move in a different direction. You're in trouble. You're in danger over here. The part where he's safe is that, for example, once Andy and Spongy decide to move away, they're likely to decide to move towards 00. So they might want to go this way, west, which is away from Ultimate Zero. So I don't think it's likely that they would go over there unless they actually like see him while cutting these trees over here. They could cut these trees and maybe they could see his name. Oh no, and he's coming along. He's coming. He's in grave danger. Oh no, don't craft. Don't craft there. Don't do it. They haven't spotted him, but this is not going to be pretty. Oh, now it's almost... What have you done? Oh, they spotted another solo. They spotted another solo, and they're going to attack him. Who's this? It's Wilson Kong. Wilson is actually fighting. If he knew that he had a potential teammate in Ultimate Zero over there, or have they now seen Ultimate Zero and chasing him instead? Yeah, they've seen Ultimate Zero. They decided he's an easier target, and they're going for him. So Wilson will escape. Ultimate Zero is almost certain not to, because his health is down to 1.5 hearts now. He's done. He's cooked. His goose is cooked. But Wilson actually coming in, trying to save someone there, trying to deal a little bit of damage. It's a little too late. It's a little too late. Wilson should probably think about running away at this point. Running away to try and find another teammate another day. So ultimately, Ultimate Zero ran into his own demise, which kind of
hello again.
Was kind of expected. Who dat?
It would be me.
Why would it be you?
Me, because I am back.
I see. It was about time.
I know. That was not my choosing.
Mm-hmm. Wilson's running away at this point, taking him away from Green Team as fast as his stubby little legs can take him. He was close to being able to team with Ultimate Zero, but they never actually truly spotted each other. Or, well, they did kind of, but not enough to help up a team. And so Wilson is still free to team. He's not committed to the deceased Ultimate Zero. BBR is down there. I believe that's BBR down there. Yep, that's BBR. Where the two teams are running over him, above his head. I think Wilson is doing a good enough job of running away and not stumbling onto obstacles too much that he might find a way to escape. If he, especially if he finds his way to a forest where he can escape. Now over there is Ilum and Sam Numbers. They're under that forest. And by the looks of it, it looks like Spongy actually caught up. And that's because Wilson is turning around to launch a shot and try to get Spongy a little bit. But I'm not sure turning and fighting was the best choice. I think he had a chance of escaping fully in the forest. But now that the fight is truly on, Wilson, who's undergeared and especially outnumbered, I don't think he's gonna find he's not gonna be getting much of a chance in this one. Had he reached the forest, I think he would have been able to make good on an escape, but not the case. Not the case. That did not happen. I think he saw the river and gave up, but I think he had a chance of losing a team in the forests. That's my opinion. They're sifting through the loot now as night falls, and Thermal is unbeknownst to him. Oh, okay. Spoders was still in the area, and by the looks of it, they didn't see each other. But what happens now is like a green team is almost guaranteed a victory. We figured this would be the case as the moment they teamed up. Well, we figured they were favored to win actually when they teamed up, and now they're virtually guaranteed. Ilum and Sam would need to have a change of fate where they find a whole lot of healing all of a sudden for things to change, because they haven't caved the best. By the looks of it, has someone looted this monument? Still not. Still not. Nobody's looting this thing. They clearly... No, I think nobody could guess there was a chest at the top, I suppose. Maybe maybe there was a way to see it from the ground, but no. Spongy has decided to go take a look, and I think he'll eventually see the chest. So they'll, in addition to already killing off the solos, they'll be getting some potion help. Spoder is getting pwned by a skeleton. Thermal heading back down, which makes me wonder where Cheetah is right now. Cheetah is smelting on the surface. He's trying to get some apples. He's near the border. He doesn't want to be found because he does expect that anyone who's on the surface at this point is probably hunting solos to kill them, not to team with them. Has this monument been taken? It sure has. It sure has. Forest fire is lagging us. Who started a fire? Who has started a fire? Hey Ashley, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the forest fire is a little bit out of control over here. I don't know what started it. I don't know what started this forest fire. But Brad has decided that fire spread will be off. And so this is about the extent of the forest fire that we'll have. And Spoders was hiding inside the forest fire. Still, it appears Spongy actually pillared up and somehow didn't see the chest on top of the tree, though you can see it if you have see-through leaves. So this is one of the monuments that's going to end up being, by the looks of it, unlooted for the rest of the game. But Spoders is hiding around the area where Andy and Spongy are are hanging about. I don't know what his plan is. Spoders likes to hide. And C-3PO with the prodigy quotes. I don't know what Spoders' plan is. It's difficult to read minds. He's rather undecided. Does not know what to do. Except, I suppose, move along. Move along, he says. Well, he decides to move along. And here he is under attack. Just chilling before work. Well, yeah, if there's a good time to chill, it's before work. One of my favorite times to chill. This chest is utterly empty. But that's the 00 monument. And, yeah, for whatever reason, Spoders decides that this is worth investigating with a new archaeological dig. So everyone's starting to look for healing now, as we're 10 minutes away from meetup, or more or less. And Spongy has found BBR. So what's BBR's health? He's half health now. So I think BBR is going to be trying to run away. Or is he crafting healing before... Yep, he's crafting some healing on the go. So he can, you know, at least have a fighting chance at escaping. His chance here was that Spongy was alone against him and at half health as well. And the only way to conquer that team was actually to divide and conquer and not fight them 2-on-1. He does, of course, he's not omniscient, so he does not know this fact that Andy was not close enough to get involved. But at this point, he's committed to running away, and now he has to make good on his escape. It should be noted that Spongy is actually quite good at catching up to people. He's quite good at catching up to people. And so he, if anyone has a chance of catching up to BBR, I would say Spongy is your man. So BBR will have to... perhaps think of a tricksy little strategy to juke and deke and go with an undetectable direction change in his escape. But for now, he can head straight and try to create some distance. Is he gonna be able to make it? Is he gonna be able to do it? He hasn't so far. He has not increased the distance between himself and his hunter, who technically speaking has lower health. I don't know how far Andy is, because if BBR turned around, okay, yeah, Andy is close enough that BBR can't turn on a dime and pick a fight here. Not unless the situation becomes more confusing. He needs a place like a forest where it's going to be a lot more difficult for Andy to follow and so on. I don't know if there's any such biome close enough. It's going to be quite a chase because the forest is actually with a big lake in the middle unless BBR just so happens to have a boat on his hotbar. He's gonna have quite a hard time escaping this. He's gonna be stuck in water. I think he's gonna be hitting a dead end over here, and I think he's gonna have to improvise, turn and fight potentially. And if he does that, he has to kill Spoders so quickly that Andy doesn't have time to come and clean up immediately. And there it is. He turned around, and Andy is not far behind. But BBR is landing some shots, and Spongy's at 2 hearts. But unfortunately, BBR jumped in the water after him, and limiting his own ability to find mobility. And Andy's just on the horizon over here. Andy's coming, and he's going to be wrecking face. Because unfortunately, BBR has Spongy, but he does not have Andy. And here comes Andy. There you go. Andy landing in one massive little melee hit over here. And BBR taking the fall damage to try and escape. I don't think he will. And he won't be able to get a kill. He won't be able to remove Spongy from the green team. And he's done. There you go. He's dead. He is deceased. He's leaving some gold behind so Spongy can heal. Will it be enough? Hey Charles, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. And that was a sheep. I thought that was a player, but it was actually a sheep. It was a sheep. So I'm not sure how much healing that was, but yeah. That was not so much of a long shot. I'm sorry to say. Not that much of a long shot. Maybe this is where Gaming Mess died. That could be. No, that's Spoders building a lava trap under which he plans to hide, I imagine. Okay, Spoders, what are you doing? I think he's hoping to shoot arrows through this. I don't know if it's gonna work though. I'm not sure what his plan is. Is he building some elaborate trap? Oh, okay. There you go. His plan was to shoot through the lava, but unfortunately Sam and Ilum did not want to stick around and investigate whatever that thing is. They were not interested. And they healed up a little bit. Not fully, not entirely. Spongy and Andy Boy have, however. They still have a potion of leaping and a potion of water breathing. Only got sharpness 2 for Spongy. Andy Boy still has 19 golds, 21 actually. And he has a potion of harming, which is extremely strong. If you land that splash potion of harming, you can do a world of damage. I am not sure how wise it was to include that in the loot. Brad, I'm not sure if that was wise. So say hello to the 22 Scoops, who has been creepily spectating.
Well, I just got here, but hello. Gosh,
like a creepy. Yeah.
I was able to play 2 competitive matches on Overwatch before this ended.
Okay. Just because BBR joined the chat, I just wanted to let you know that had you, immediately after you crafted your healing, if you had turned and fought Spongy in the forest before going off on a chase, you would probably have killed Spongy and then tried to escape before Andy got there. But Andy was not in the area. That's why Andy was so far behind in joining in. And I think that if you had fought Spongy at the beginning of the fight instead of at the end of the long chase, you would have probably been able to kill Spongy after crafting that healing, of course, because before then he had the drop on you. But after you managed to move away, craft the healing, And then suddenly, at that moment, you were in the position where Spongy was isolated from his teammate, and you had a chance to kill him. But of course, like you need to be pretty much omniscient to actually know that this was the case. The working assumption would be that Andy has got to be nearby, and he was sort of nearby. He just didn't know where Spongy was. So yes, I think it's fairly expected that Andy Boy at this point and Spongy will indeed win.
That team's OP.
It is an OP team. They were heavily favored to win, and there was that fight with BBR versus Spongy was possibly that moment where that fate could have turned, because there was that chance that Spongy could have died. He almost died. I mean, he got down to 2 hearts at some point. Was very vulnerable, and so that would have split. That would have turned Andy into a solo. He still would have been dangerous, but that would have enabled, you know, that would have given a chance to other teams and other solos. But,
who did you end up getting teamed with?
I never got teamed. I blew up while getting apples. Creeper, yeah, got me before I got a shield or anything. There was really, literally nothing I could do on that one.
Well, at least you survived longer than me.
By about 30 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
No, about maybe 2 minutes. I survived until...
Still.
Well, but I died before nightfall, so... It was a creeper that spawned in the shadows. It was well before nightfall. I do enjoy the aquatic updates for Minecraft. We do plan on having the server become 1.13 if we can, or have a separate 1.12 and 1.13 server. We'll have to see. But our plans are to be able to have balanced 1.13 UHCs as soon as we can once the stable is released. Well, once the stable is released. Once the stable release is made public, and it's officially out and all, because there's going to be a lot of work to be done with plugins and so on. I expect there might be a lot of things not working, so it's going to be a big work in progress. It is probably going to take a little while until it's fully functional, but I think it would be a lot of fun to be able to include a most likely nerfed trident, but still include the trident into UHCs as an alternative weapon that you can have. Now people will be able to choose between swords, axes, bows, and the trident. And just that alone might make things worthwhile and interesting. We do want to nerf the pufferfish in a bucket because it's very, very strong. Just nerf it so the pufferfish deals a little bit less poison damage, a little bit fewer ticks, I guess. So that's probably going to need either a script or a command block or whatever, but we're going to need something just for that so we can have a balanced version of the pufferfish. But once we do, it's going to be interesting because players will be able to choose between having a lava bucket or a pufferfish in a bucket weapon that they can deploy on an opponent in melee. Instead of trying to lava bucket them, they can try to poison them with a pufferfish. And that might be very interesting.
Can anyone explain to me what Spongy's doing?
I don't know. What is Spongy doing?
Oh, I thought he was drowning himself for a minute. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Look at the surface.
No, that was something that was a lava trap
he's digging.
That Spoders made. Spoders made this, and there was lava on top. Now the lava has become 1 block of obsidian. But the signs were there to... There you go. So,
he's killing Spoders.
yes.
Spoders has him foot trapped, actually.
Oh, Spoders got him down to 3. Oh, but Spongy has healing.
Yeah, and now Spoders gonna need shield.
Spoders gonna drown.
If his shield dies, yeah, I think he's gonna drown. Yeah, he needs to place a block or drown.
Place a torch.
Is he willing to take the... Oh. Boaters. Boaters. My goodness.
How is he not drowning yet?
I don't know. Does he have a potion of water breathing? No, we'd see the particles. Because Spongy has a potion of water breathing.
I think where he is just like exactly where...
There it is, there it is.
I think where he was exactly where you could get...
Just
breath.
a tiny bit of breath when you unshift. Yeah, yeah. It is very easy to poison yourself with a pufferfish in a bucket, but I've you can ask Spoder, not Spoders, but you can ask Scoops on his Shipwreck SMP. I did practice using the pufferfish in a bucket on him, and it's actually yeah, when you have your pufferfish in the bucket and you decide where you place the pufferfish, obviously if you place it at someone's feet, he's gonna go immediately for that someone as opposed to you. Though it might be tricky trying to pick the pufferfish back up, because what you can do is you place the pufferfish down with the water bucket, and if you're quick enough, you can pick it back up in that same bucket and then reuse the pufferfish in other future attacks. And that's the moment where you might actually end up poisoning yourself. But the more difficult part is like when you go try and pick up the original pufferfish in the bucket in the ocean, and you're swimming around and you're trying to capture a pufferfish in that bucket. There's a good chance you do get poisoned, because the pufferfish tend to hang around in schools of 3 or 2, 3 or 4, right?
Something like that.
So they kind of spawns in little schools. And so you capture one, but there's still a good chance one of the other ones will kind of will be a little bit ornery and fight back about losing a companion. So it is a it is a risky maneuver, and just going into the water at all is a risky endeavor. Period. In case there are drowns that shoot javelins at you, which is not something you want. There's a lot of caves that you'll end up want to avoid entirely. All the caves that are like filled with water you're probably going to want to avoid in UHCs, just because of the new breathing system in the water, where you can't do the torch trick anymore. It's not gonna cut it. You need to fully slowly take your breath back on the surface, so it's a lot easier to drown or take drowning damage in 1.13 than in any other version. So actually swimming in the water in a UHC is actually going to be a dangerous proposition that you probably want to avoid, even if you have the turtle helmet. And Cheetah and Thermal have actually found each other. Well. Yeah, I didn't know what team command you chose, so I just did the /CT and put them on teams.
Oh, yeah. I just did /team join the number and then the player.
Yeah. So we have 2 different means of team creation in the game.
But they work all the same, so I think it's all good.
I think it still works, but the difference is that you have to recolor the teams when you do it my way. So do Thermal and Cheetah have a chance? Because they do have a lot of diamonds.
I'd say it's actually pretty even, except for the fact that Andy is a god.
There's that.
We need to nerf Andy. He needs to play every game with only 5 hearts.
Yeah. Well, but before they fight Green Team, I think Red and Blue are going to be fighting. Oh no! There's going to be a sandwich. Is the tasty Oreo middle in the cookie? They're the cream, because they're right in the middle of red and green at this moment. They have spotted Andy, and they're going to be fighting, but I don't know what Red Team is going to do if they decide to interject themselves in this one. So Ilum actually lands the first shot on Andy.
Oh. Also, Ilum and Sam are always teamed. I just want to point that out. For the past 3 games, they've been teamed.
Mm-hmm. And Spongy warning about Red Team's arrival. Ilum and Sam run away because they're very low on healing, that we know. And Thermal's
Everyone is in
fighting
good
one
health,
team,
though.
and Cheetah's fighting the other.
Everyone seems to be at good health.
Everyone seems to be at good health. Yes. And this
For
is
now.
a weird, bizarre
Oh,
three-way fight. I don't know about the wisdom in this, but I think now Red is going to be getting sandwiched. There's also anyone know of something sneaky that someone might use from one of they picked up in the monuments? Did you do a lot of delving through the inventories?
I'm looking through.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Charles.
still
Like
has that.
these games are free to play, and you can get all the information on the next game if you join the free Discord down below. Discord is like one of these chat servers, so to speak, that you can have, and it's a free app, so it's at no cost to yourself, so long as you have Discord either installed on your phone or on your computer. It's usually more practical to have it on both, I guess. But and that's where you're gonna get all the information. The next time myself, Scoops, or Brad, or Brodator, or anyone else hosts a game.
It should be noted that Cheetah has something very powerful that he had to get past 2 withered skeletons to get to.
Is it the strength potion?
It is.
It is? Okay.
That was the hardest thing to get in the game.
Mm-hmm. There was the gold axe that Spoders like didn't. Who got it? Yeah, Thermal actually was the first to loot that monument, and he got withered and ran away, and left the center chest unlooted. But he just picked up the golden axe and removed it from the chest, and I think the golden axe with the knockback just despawned at some point.
Yeah.
And then Spoders came around, explored the monuments, saw the cobble that Thermal left behind it, assumed it was looted, but the strength pot was still there.
Interesting.
And of course, there's a big tree monument with the invisibility potion over here that nobody looted, with two splash potions of instant health that could have been a game changer. Those 2 potions, especially for a team.
I thought no one was, because it was harder to see because the chest doesn't actually render in until you're pretty close enough to where you can't see from looking down. So if anybody was curious as to if the chest up there, they would have been rewarded fully.
Welcome to the stream, Ancient Buddy. Ancient Bunny, not Buddy. Well, Ancient Bunny is my buddy, but it's not the same thing. You've come in just in time for the final fights. It's kind of a 3-way fight, and a green team, who are heavily favored, the odds-on favorite to win this game, have decided to actually retract from the fight and let the other 2 teams settle the matter. And it looks like they're so evenly matched that they're going to be, whatever team ends up winning this one, is going to be so... Oh, so, wow, okay, someone has a punch bow. Ilum just realized that someone has got a punch bow, and it's the first time they landed the shot. But now blue team is like split up and sent running, and I think
looks like
Thermal's in trouble.
3 bow.
No, not Thermal. I mean Ilum's in trouble. Sam should probably try to. Yeah, there you go. Shoot at his teammate. Now, one of them. Oh yeah, there you go. Ender Pearl to escape because Cheetah was in the water and he could have been shot by two sides, and he was in big trouble there. And green team still deciding not to get involved.
They're getting involved.
Okay,
again.
now they are. Now they are. But Ilum is in really, really bad shape. He's down to 3 hearts. And they actually trying to get some apples, actually. So they weren't wasting time getting away from the fight. They're just trying to get some more healing. Healing, which is the top of the giant tree monument. 2 splash potions of healing. Andy still has that splash potion of harming, so if he can land that one on some people, that can do some devastating damage, especially if it's...
He's got to be careful in melee not to hit it on himself, too.
Yes, that's correct. But if he lands the perfect shot, he could land the splash potion on multiple opponents at once and really do a whole lot of havoc with just a single potion. So we come to a bit of a standoff again. Blue team, who are on the ropes, have decided to take refuge inside the trees, and that's making some people a little bit unhappy. But you know, when you start getting in deep doo-doo, you kind of have to resort to such strategies in order to survive. You can't necessarily like blame people, but now they're starting to run a little far away here. They're running a little too much. A little too much too far. And hoping the fire lag was it going to help them or something, or they want red and green to start fighting suddenly, and then they'll clean up. But yes, they're 200 blocks away. They're too far now. You're 200 blocks away. No shifting and stuff. You're too far away. You're much too far away when you're 200 blocks out. So yes, red and green resume the hostilities now. Andy landing that shot. And, yeah. Spongy feeling the Thermal's punch bow. Punch doesn't technically do more damage, but it can be very unsettling.
And he lands a big shot on Cheetah. Thermal with a big shot on Spongy. Spongy's down to 2.5.
Yeah, I think he's focusing Spongy to try and... you know, cut the team in half.
That punch bow is separating him from Andy, drawing that team a little far away from each other.
So Spongy and Ilum in similar situations here. I think I'll have to take a note for Ilum and Sam. Sam going invisible, though. Sam going on the invisible route, and I think he's going to be trying to pull some shenanigans. Did he take the invisible pot on top of the tree? No, if they did, they'd have the splash potions of healing, and they'd know about... though Ilum is getting sacrificed here. Ilum, I don't think will survive this.
Thermal is at 2 hearts.
Yeah, but Thermal got jumped by the invisible Sam, who's now showing his location by taking the bow out. So he might want to... Yeah, there you go. But unfortunately... Yeah, Cheetah knows where he is, though. He had a good idea. Oh, he almost got him. Almost got him. He did hit him?
That would have...
No, if he had hit him, that would have killed him, yeah. Because, of course, naked, or pretty much killed him, because...
Yeah, just
quite naked. And I'm really surprised that Ilum actually managed to escape. I thought he was done for. And now suddenly it's Cheetah and Thermal who are on the ropes and retreating to the farthest corner that is allowable by the rules. They're not going farther than 100 though, so wise. Because I'm making the mental note that Sam and Ilum went too far away. And it's the kind of thing that I'm remembering. So there goes Spongy.
Taken out by Ilum. It's up to Andy to carry it for his team this time.
I'm bad. There you go.
Sam is coming up behind Andy.
Is he still invisible? Or? No, he put his armor back on. No, wait.
Spongy's corpse.
Yeah, no, Sam's still invisible, but I think he's running out of time on the invisibility potion, and he's going to be putting his gear back on, I think.
That's why I didn't want to put any 8 minutes in.
Yeah, no, that's too long. That's too long. Andy just landing a little convenient shot there. And he's going to have to land a lot of those. He's still at 9 hearts, so by himself, he's at good health. But he's going to have to be very strategic about dealing with this. He's got 2 teams. If he can take Ilum out, who's at 3 hearts. No, Ilum is now at 6 hearts, actually. Okay, so Sam actually managed to get some healing for his teammate while invisible, running around with the loot. And then they're retreating back to the tree. I think Thermal's in danger of being targeted, of course, because he's the lowest health at the moment. And for every team in contention against Red Team, it's to their advantage to get rid of, put a team of 2 down to a team of 1. So I'm not surprised to see everyone focusing on the Red Team.
Spongy is not happy with me that I let Invispots in this. He is not happy about it. It might have to do with the fact that he died because of it, but I'm not certain about that.
Yeah. I don't regret it, but we've put invisible potions maybe too often in custom monument games, and it's starting to be a little too expected. The fun part of invis potions is the surprise effect. Though clearly Spongy was surprised.
Fair enough. Oh,
he clearly was surprised. I think that's it for Thermal. That is Thermal's last stand. He's trying to run away and so on, but
like Cheetah has taken his strength.
There you go. Thermal's out.
Oh, Cheetah, I mean, not Thermal. GG. Ilum and Sam are somewhat low.
I don't know that anyone's gonna let Cheetah melee though, but Andy's coming in here, and he knows that he has to make a temporary alliance with Cheetah if he wants to win at this point.
Maybe
so I think that he's not gonna actively shoot at Cheetah much, and try to get one of blue team out of the way before actually shooting Cheetah. And he's going to try to flank. Yep, that's what he's doing. Landing a little long shot there on Ilum. Ilum now down to 3.5 hearts. In a bit of a precarious position. Maybe Andy can get another little sneaky shot. That was really close. And he does land one on Ilum again. And Ilum is down to 1.5 hearts. Just like Cheetah. So I think Andy can now turn to Cheetah and finish him off. The Cheetah wisely using the shields. He found a potion. I don't know a potion of what. Oh, it's leaping. It's the potion of leaping. Not sure the potion of leaping is going to help him a whole lot, but it might help him evade some bow shots. That could happen. But Andy's going to be trying to...
It's fair to note also that the leaping potion, does it cancel out fall damage?
No, it does not. I don't believe it does.
I didn't think so. That's something to consider.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the flying type in Nuzlocke, for example, where you have the effect of leaping, you also get the effect of no fall damage, but those are two independent things.
Cheetah is on 0.002 health.
Yeah, I think his goose is cooked. Nobody's gonna let him melee. But the leaping potion is actually helping him escape the shots, because it's his movement pattern is a little more difficult to predict for the shooters, because he's leaping higher than usual as he runs away, and that buys him a few extra seconds of life.
I don't know why Andy's chasing after Cheetah.
Yeah, at this point, at this point he stopped, and he's waiting for his opportunity to strike on Ilum or something. Yeah, there you go. There he is.
GG.
GG. I think that's what he was waiting for. And this is where
Cheetah with a Sam takes out Cheetah.
Sam takes out Cheetah, Andy. But Andy is right on him. Right on him. He's not gonna let him get any of the gear.
Idea. The water is a bad idea.
Yeah, the water is a bad idea. He managed to escape, but I mean, at what cost?
Right.
At what cost?
There is a 5 heart difference here.
Yeah, at this point, I think Andy is sealing his victory. And making sure that it does not escape from his grasp. I don't think there's any tricks left in Sam's bag of tricks. I think he's all out of tricks.
The only thing he has to his advantage right now is a punch bow. But if he can't land a hit,
I mean, if he could have punched Andy into the lava pool, that would have been really epic.
That would have been.
But very unlikely.
Or if he can punch Andy into the water as he's crossing.
Yeah, that like this.
Oh, like this. Oh, he didn't take advantage.
Yeah, he didn't take much of an advantage of it.
Oh, GG.
He tried with the lava, but yeah, that was not enough. That was not enough. So your winners, Andy Boy on alert and Spongy lasers. And of course now Spongy no longer has lasers. It's only the sponge and no more lasers. But there it is. Those are your winners of this love at first sight. We kind of expected them to win when the team was formed, but the tactics at meetup kept the you know, they had a chance of losing based on how the other teams played this. It was not guaranteed in the end. Andy did pull through, but there were these moments where they were in jeopardy and they might actually not pull through. So it was not actually it was not quite as predictable as I expected. But in any case, I'm gonna have to take a break. I might or might not stream in just a little bit with my patrons in let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But I need to take a break to drink something and find my voice. I'll ask the patrons if there are some patrons that have a problem with being streamed live. Then there won't be a live stream because their comfort trumps whatever happens. But we will be tackling an adventure map.
Beep beep, five sheep. You said beep beep, five sheep.
Yes, exactly. And we'll be tackling an adventure map, and we'll be having a whole lot of fun. Because we do these patron events a few times, well, as often as we can. And if you'd like to participate in those, of course, the information for the patron is down below. The patron helps support the UHC Clubhouse as a whole. So that's all the UHC servers, like this one, to host the UHC games that everyone can play for free and join and stream and record. And also, of course, the SMP and all the other community events that are patron exclusives. But otherwise, thank you very, very much for joining me on this stream. There might be a stream later on. Keep an eye out for that. But there's also a chance that it might not be. And if that's the case, I do apologize. But well, yeah, there you go. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And there you go. Take care.